Good day. I welcome you to amino acid, which is study session 13. I hope you enjoy this lecture. Sit back. Moving to the introduction. Amino acids are biologically important organic compounds composed of amine group, carboxyl acid functional groups, and alongside with a side chain specific to each amino acid. At the end of the study session, you should be able to explain amino acid, the structure, you'll be able to highlight the essential and non-essential amino acids, and you'll be able to classify amino acid based on their structure and explain the peptide bond formation. Amino acids. The key elements of an amino acid are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Though other elements are found in the side chain of certain amino acids. About 500 amino acids are known and can be classified in many ways. They can be classified according to their to the core structural functional groups, location such as the alpha, beta, and the gamma or delta amino acids, and we can have other categories related to the polarity, the pH level, and side chain group type, like the aliphatic, acyclic, aromatic, containing hydroxyl or sulfur. In the form of proteins, amino acid comprise the second largest component, and in which water is the largest component anyway, of human muscles, cells, and other tissues. Outside proteins, amino acid performs critical roles in the processes such as neurotransmitter transport and biosynthesis. Looking at the general structure of amino acid, in the structure shown on your screen, the side chain is specific to each amino acid. The carbon atom next to the carboxyl group is called the alpha group, and amino acids with a side chain bonded to this carbon are referred to as alpha amino acids. These are the most common form found in nature. In the alpha amino acids, the alpha carbon is a chiral carbon atom with the exception of glycine. In amino acids that have a carbon chain attached to the alpha carbon, such as the lysine shown to the right, the carbons are labeled in order as alpha, beta, gamma, and delta, and so on. In some amino acids, the amine group is attached to the beta or the gamma carbon, and these are therefore referred to as beta or gamma amino acids. What are the essential amino acids and the non-essential amino acids? Amino acids are the structural units that make up proteins. They join together to form short polymer chains called peptides, and or longer chains called either polypeptides or proteins. These polymers are linear and unbranched, with each amino acid within the chain attached to two neighboring amino acids. The process of making proteins is called translation, and it involves the step-by-step addition of amino acids to a growing protein chain by a ribozyme that is called a ribosome. The order in which amino acids are added is read through the genetic code from a messenger RNA template, which is a RNA copy of one of the organism's gene. An essential amino acid is an amino acid that cannot be synthesized by the organism and must be supplied in their diet, there are 9 out of the 20 amino acids, while non-essential amino acids are synthesized by the body and not from the diet, which are just 4, and the other 7 can be classified as conditional amino acids. Amino acid synthesis. The oxidation pathway starts with the removal of the amino group by a transaminase. The amino group is then fed into the urea cycle that we have discussed earlier on. The other product of transamination is a keto acid that enters the citric acid cycle. Glucogenic amino acid can be converted into glucose through gluconeogenesis. Looking into the classification of amino acid and the peptide bond formation. Although there are many ways to classify amino acids, these molecules can be assorted into 6 main groups on the basis of their structure and the general chemical characteristics of their amine groups. Like you can see, we have different classes. We have the aliphatic class, we have the hydroxyl or sulfur containing, we have the cyclic, we have the aromatic, We have the basic, we have the acidic, and the amide. As both the amine and the carboxylic acid groups of amino acid can react to form amide bonds, one amino acid molecule can react with another and become joined through an amide linkage. This polymerization of amino acid is what creates proteins. This condensation reaction yields the newly formed peptide bond and a molecule of water. In cells, this reaction does not occur directly. Instead, the amino acid is first activated by attachment to a transfer RNA molecule through an ester bond. However, not all peptide bonds are formed in this way. In a few cases, peptides are synthesized by specific enzymes. For example, the tripeptide glutathione is an essential part of defenses of cells against oxidative stress. What are the physicochemical properties of amino acids? The 20 amino acids encoded directly by the genetic code can be divided into several groups based on their properties. Important factors are charge, hydrophilicity or hydrophobicity, size, and functional groups. These properties are important for protein structure and protein-protein interaction. Many proteins undergo a range of post-translational modifications when additional chemical groups are attached to the amino acids in proteins. Some modifications can produce hydrophobic lipoproteins or hydrophilic glycoproteins. These types of modification allow the reversible targeting of a protein to a membrane. For example, the addition and removal of fatty acid palmitic acid to cysteine residues in some signaling proteins causes the proteins to attach and then detach from cell membranes. Thanks for listening. Bye.